Imagine this. You make it onto the TV game show Jeopardy. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so you pull out all the stops and wear your custom Lego bow tie on TV. This right here, it's a hit! Lifelong dream achieved. Now, it's 3 years later, and Jeopardy inconceivably invites you back. But how are you possibly going to top your wardrobe from last time and outdo yourself? Well, how about with a full-length custom Lego necktie? Hey, how's it going? It's Bob, and welcome back to another custom Lego tutorial. You may have seen my Lego tie on a recent episode of Jeopardy, but now let's find out how you can make your very own. These are the parts we'll be using, and they're readily available on Bricklink and other resale websites. I recommend getting more pieces than you'll need so that you have the option of making different lengths and different widths for your particular tie. So the tie is essentially just a giant chain of Lego Technic pieces. We're gonna build this in two halves, a top half and a bottom half. So let's start with the top half. We're gonna start with our very first link. It's gonna take 2 lift arms and 5 pins. Let's go ahead and insert the pin in the center slot of the lift arm, and then let's connect both lift arms. You're gonna make an H like this, and then push them flush together like that. With the 4 remaining pins, we're gonna actually connect the 4 corners. Like this. And this is our top chain. Let's go ahead and put this up top right now. Now we're gonna make the next 10 links in our chain. We're gonna make them slightly different from the first one. This is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna start again with the same 2 lift arms and 5 pins. This time, connect the pin at the top slot of the lift arm and push them together at the top, okay? With the 4 remaining pins, we're gonna put them in the middle and the bottom on each side. So we're just gonna go in the middle slot and bottom slot on the right, and middle slot and bottom slot on the left. And this is what that's gonna look like. So the first one we had top and bottom. The second one we have middle and bottom on both sides, okay? So now we're gonna make 9 more of these for a total of 10. Okay, there we go. Now we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All of these are identical, and they're slightly different from the first one. Now we're gonna finish the top half in the middle with, again, 2 more lift arms and only 3 pins this time. Let's connect the 2 lift arms in the middle again, so center slot. Make that H first before you push them in flush. Now, the 2 pins, you're gonna put them at the top, on the right and the left. Top. And now it should look like a T. And all of these together is gonna form the middle of our top half of our tie. So we have 1 that's different, 10 in the middle of the same, and we have the T at the bottom. It should look like that. Next, we just need 11 lift arms on each side. So 11 here for a total of 22. And we're gonna go ahead and connect them. Now we'll start at the top. Put a lift arm. We're gonna skip the first pin and push the lift arm onto the second pin. So the top hole of the lift arm is going to go onto the bottom pin on the top link like this. Okay, and now we're gonna push the next link up and push it through the lift arm at the bottom. Okay, so this is what it looks like after we put our first one. And now there should be another pin left. You're gonna put the remaining 10 lift arms onto the remaining pins like this. It should go at the top slot and the bottom slot. So we go. Now when we get to the bottom with the last link, we should still have 2 pins on the right, and go ahead and push that onto these 2 pins. It will be slightly different at the bottom, but it should look flush. There we go, we've put our 11 lift arms just on the side. Now we do the same thing on the other side. Skip the first pin and put the top hole onto the second pin, and everything else should line up in the same way. It should be symmetrical on both sides. And let's go ahead and finish off the left side. And the last piece should be the same as the last piece on the right. There you go. The top half of our tie is now finished. And as you can see by the way we've pinned them in, it is actually quite flexible. Now on the bottom half, we're going to start from the middle again, and let's make our first link in the middle. Again, we have 2 lift arms and 3 pins. Go ahead and pin the 2 in the middle slot. Again, making that H first and then pushing it in. And then the 2 remaining pins are actually going to go on the top right and top left. So we're making that T again. This is what it looks like when it's done. We have that T. Now we're going to make 9 more for a total of 10 of these T pieces. Okay, there we are. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of these T's. All of them are attached in the middle, so you should swivel down the center if you check each of these T's, okay? It should swivel in the center, and go ahead and link them up, and that is our center of our bottom half. Okay, next we're gonna make the next layer on the outside, and that is going to just require each 1 lift arm and 1 of the 3L pins. Now the 3L pins is slightly longer. It's about just slightly longer than the lift arm itself. So don't use the short pin, use the longer pin this time. And all we're gonna do is push the pin through the top slot all the way through until it stops. And we're actually making a skinnier T like this. So now you're gonna make a total of 20 of these skinnier T's. So just 1 lift arm and 1 long pin, and you're gonna make 20 of these. Okay, now we have our 10 thicker T's in the middle, and we have our 20 skinnier T's on the side, 10 on each side. We're actually now gonna start from the bottom and pin our way up. So we're gonna take the thicker T in the middle, we're gonna attach, and the next link up, we're gonna attach the T into the bottom slot of the top link, and the pin sticking out here should go in the center of the skinny T. So starting from the bottom, go ahead and stick it into the center slot of the T, and now this remaining piece is going to go in the bottom. So you should look like this when you're done. The skinny T is going to be 1 slot up from the thick T. 1 up. And now we're going to go ahead and connect it up to the side. So take the next link. The skinny T should be touching the one directly below it. And all the pins should fit together. So do 1 at a time. We can slip this in and then slot this in like that. And we'll make our way up slowly, making sure that they are touching the piece directly below them. And we're gonna hold off on the 10th skinny T. Let's just leave it right here for now. So you're just gonna do 9 for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that the skinny tee at the bottom is higher and the skinny tee at the top is lower than the center. And let's just go ahead and do 9 on this side. Let's leave the top one here. We're going to do 9 on this side, exactly symmetrical. So again, putting the pin here into the center slot of the skinny tee. Everything else should fit together exact same way as the other side. A mirror image of the other side. Like this. And let's go ahead and move our way up. Straight up the line. Okay, and now we have the bottom half almost done. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the outside, and we still should have our center 10 on the inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We leave these 2 skinny tees for the next step, which we're actually going to combine with the top half that we already built. So let's move this down. Let's bring back our top half. There we go. And so we're actually going to bring the 2 halves together, and they should be touching in the middle here, right there. And we're going to use these last 2 skinny tees to connect the bottom half to the top half. So again, we're going to put the skinny tee right into the slot of the top half. And this pin is again going to go into the center slot of this tee right there. And that's going to connect the top and bottom halves for us. There you go. And the same thing on the left side. It's going to fit right in here like this. And let's go ahead and just push it in. There we go. Now we're starting to see the tie come to life. Okay, to finish off the bottom half of our tie, we're going to just take 1 lift arm and 1 small pin again. So this is going to be the shorter small pin, 1 lift arm, and we're actually just going to put it onto the top slot like this. It's going to be a very simple 1 and 1. But now we're going to actually make 20 of these also. So 1 small pin and 1 lift arm only, 20 of these, 10 on each side. And let's actually point it inwards like this. Okay, there we go. We have 10 of these on each side, and you can go ahead and point the pin in towards the tie, and that's how we're going to attach it. Let's start from the bottom again. So watch carefully. From this piece, we're going to move 1 slot up again. So the pin of this one is going to go on the bottom slot of the second one up. It's easier just to see it right there. This is how they're going to line up, like that. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and push both sides into each other. There. So if you look at the bottom, it's going to come up 1 slot from the middle, outside, and out. And this is how we're going to continue until we make our way up. So the next piece will again be flush, like that. And go ahead and push them in. And the next one up. And again, they should be flush, touching the piece directly below it. Let's go all the way up the right side. There we go, we've attached the outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to do the same thing on the left side. Again, symmetrical. Aim the pin here onto the bottom slot of the second one up. And this pin will fit into the center of the outside piece. So again, we're going to line it up like this. And go ahead and push them in. And again, now you should have a V going up at the bottom. the two in the middle are flush, and we go up one slot and up one slot as we go outside. And now finish off the left side, touching the piece directly below it. And there we go, we're actually done with the length of the tie. All that's left is to make the knot on top. Okay, the knot of the tie is actually quite simple. It's just one trapezoidal piece. You can get this from a boat or airplane set, or you can use any two triangular pieces to form a downward angle. We have a 4x2 plate with 3 holes in the middle so that you can loop your ribbon through it. Of course, you have your ribbon, whatever fits and is long enough to go around your neck. A basic 4x1 plate and two 2x1 plates modified with pinholes at the bottom. All you're going to do is loop your ribbon through and put your 4x1 plate on top to lock it in place. Now we're going to take the tie. We're going to use the top pin to put the modified plate in with the plate pointing up. So through here like that, and a second one through here on the other side, right there. Now we're going to put this over your 4x2 piece with the ribbon, like that. And then lastly, we'll just put our triangular plate on top, lay out the ribbons, and there you go, the tie is actually finished. Now, if you want the option of adding a tie clip just for that extra bit of detail, you can use any kind of shiny piece, either a silver or a gold piece, like I have one here. It's a smooth plate. And I'm actually going to put it on top of a modified single brick. And that's actually going to fit into one of the holes on the side of the tie. You can choose the proper height for yourself. And that's what it looks like with the tie clip on. And that's it, this is the tie completed. Feel free to use lift arms of different colors if you'd like, so you can make different patterns along the length of the tie. Or you can mix all kinds of different colors, whatever suits your style. And now all you have to do is tie the ribbon around your neck like a shoelace and tuck everything neatly under your collar. And there you have it. Now you're looking sharp and ready to attend a business function, a formal event, or just be on TV. A black Lego necktie like this is actually pretty subtle, and people may not notice it at first. But when they come in for a closer look, it's really going to be a conversation starter and icebreaker at any event. Well, I hope you enjoyed that tutorial video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more custom Lego builds and Lego set reviews. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.